Okay, so for the poisoning macro, first thing you want to do is get a bag of halberds that you want to poison. So I've got 124 here, ready to go. Also, just to double check that there are no poison potions within view of your character, like this is my poisoner. Just make this simple macro and then try to run it after you log in without doing anything else, and make sure you get this message here. No type of green potion. No type of green potion found. You need that, because if it says too far away, then you've got a problem. Then get a keg full of deadly poison. That's my keg, it's completely full. And get 24 bottles and fill them also with deadly poison. So that's what I've got here. So I've got 100 here and 24 here. That's 124, which is exactly how many I have to poison. So next, open up the file that I sent you. You should extract all of this to a location wherever, and then I would read the instructions. So just read these through. It looks like a lot, but just go through it step by step, and it should be straightforward, I hope. If anything is unclear, just send me a message. So, let's see here. Alright, so next step we're going to do is we're going to add all of these to our use once, all of the halberds to our use once agent. So we've got 124 here now. These are all our halberds. So now we're going to save our use once. So like you want to switch into a different profile. So I'm going to switch to a different profile here, and then I'm going to go to my profile location, and I'm going to open my profile that I just made added the use once to. So you get all this, scroll down to use once, and then I would just click here, scroll down, press shift on your keyboard, and then click here at the end, and it'll highlight all of that. Just copy it, Control C, new document, and paste, Control V. Alright, so now you've got all your item IDs here. You can switch back to your main profile again. So for your IDs, you're going to need Notepad++. And then you're going to want to open up your instructions again, and then go to this line here, and then go to the beginning. Go to the beginning here, press shift, and copy that. Go back to Notepad++. Control F to search. You're going to want to go to replace. You're going to want to paste what we just copied there. And then I would just type something like front, just a simple tag, doesn't need to be anything, can be anything you want, just make it whatever, a word. And then you're going to want to make sure that all your settings look like, let me find it here. What's going on? Here. So you're going to want to make sure that your settings look like this. So match whole word only needs to be unchecked. Ours is unchecked. And then extended needs to be checked. Ours is not, so we need to switch it on. and then just click replace all, and your thing should switch to this. So it should go from item serial quotation to front, being in front of all of them. And switch back to your instructions and go here. Go to the front here, shift to the end, copy it. Go back here, paste this here, and then put another word, like I use back. Replace all, and you'll see that this back part changes. Like this quotation to the end changes to back on all of them. Okay, so now you've got this front back thing. Go back to the instructions, go down to here, replace front with assistant dot macros. I click shift and then end because that takes you to the end of the line. Copy, go back to Notepad, and then you're going to want to find front now. So you're going to want to go replace front with, and then paste what you just copied. Okay, so front here, and then paste what you just copied here. Replace all, and it's gonna look like this. You're still gonna have that back in there every few lines, right? Go back to your instructions, go down to the next line, replace back with, and you're gonna want to highlight all of this line. So I go to the front of the line here, and I press shift on my keyboard, end, takes you to the end of the line, copy, and then go back to your Notepad, and then you want to type back this time because that's what you want to replace here, right? This part. So back, and then click that, make sure it's highlighted, and click paste, and then you're going to replace that. So all these backs will turn into something new. Alright, so now you've got this. Should have a whole bunch of lines of macro code. Alright, you can close this now. Now you're just going to want to save this as, I just call it poison.macro. I would just save it to, where you have your macros. So I just put it, this is where I have my macros, so put it here, poison.macro. I don't think you need to do that all types thing as long as you put the macro on the end, but I do just for good measure. All types, poison.macro, save. Okay. So go back to your poisoner, and you're gonna go to your macros, and you're gonna right click and then click refresh macro list. Alright. Then you're going to go to your UOLL, or you're going to go to where you saved it. Mine was in UOLL, so it's going to be down here. Poison here, right? So now I've got this pretty macro here. And I think all I need to do is click play. And it says you apply the poison. Looks like it's working. So it's just going to go through each of these and poison them all. The fish steak thing is just an extra counter that I put in. I don't usually use it, but it just makes it easier to see if this does time out. Sometimes it does. Then at least you know where it timed out. So you'd have a counter of, so if you started with 124 fish steaks and you're putting one in each time you poison a weapon, if it does time out, you at least know how many weapons you poisoned. So it's just a little thing. You can do it, you don't have to, but I'm not going to explain that today because that's just another thing you have to set up. So I don't know. I'm running out of time here, so let me know if you have any questions.